Hey, I'm Mark. Welcome to the garage. Today we're going to change out the coolant overflow reservoir in a 2002 Honda Civic. Use this own information at your own risk. I assume no liability. I'm going to take off this 10mm bolt right here. You follow my finger, there's the top of the reservoir, there's the bolt. Get a 10mm on there, and we'll undo this first. To get this out, right, there's nothing else holding it except this battery tray is blocking access to here. So we have to take out the battery tray. So to do that, we're first going to disconnect the battery itself, which is going to take a 13mm socket. So we take off the leads. Let's cut it. And then we're going to take this bracket out as well on the top. Now that our battery cables are out, these two bolts, this is part of this, and now we're ready to go ahead and lift our battery out of the tray and take the cover off first. And notice this tray has some flexibility that we can allows us to work it out. And here we go. Now we're just gonna remove this tray and here, and this water is from a crack in that coolant reservoir that has spewed all over the place, and that's why we have all this water here. So since it's like almost 100 degrees out today, this should dry pretty quickly out here in the sun. We may just wipe it down for good measure. Okay, so now we have full access to the coolant reservoir, and you see there's one hose that connects all the way down at the bottom. So we're going to pull out the hose at the connectors like so. And then over here, and this will dump out, there's that one little pinch area that we want to kind of work our way out. Sometimes when this is being ornery, it's been on there for a long time, 2002, we're going to use a little bit of Dawn and spray this. And this usually allows it to help work its way out. So I'm going to spray it right around that area, right? And then I'll go in and out to help the detergent. So back on, right? Twist it around, okay? And as the detergent works its way in there, it'll help me be able to pry this off. And there it goes, okay? That's our old one. I believe the crack was somewhere here, because that's where it was spewing out of. And now we're just gonna pop in the new one. Yep, looks good. No holes, no cracks. And so we'll mount our hose to the bottom where the hole is. And that's where the coolant is going to feed into the overflow tube. And notice how easily it slips on because we applied the Dawn. So rather than this crusty old clamp that is about to break off, I'm going to put a fresh zip tie around here, not over the nub piece, the hump, but where it's around the hump, obviously. I'll cinch this tight, and basically this I want to get as tight as I can get it, So this thing isn't going to go anywhere. There we go. Now cut off the end of the zip tie and we'll be back in business. Cut it. Cut off the remaining of the end of the zip tie just for good housekeeping. Let's go ahead and stick this bad boy back in here. Alright, so now we're going to just go ahead and put the line back in as it was originally, like so. Don't forget the top piece. And we have our 10mm bolt. Stick that back in the slot. And we do not have to over tighten this because this is just plastic on plastic here. And the only thing is we need to do is hold it in place because the fluid is coming up from the bottom through the hose and then filling up this reservoir. So don't get it super tight for fear of breaking something. So now let's go ahead and clean off our battery tray, get that back there, get the battery in, and we'll be good to go. Cut it. Now we're going to go ahead and put this battery back in here. So first, the bottom part of the tray. We cleaned that out on the bottom just because it was kind of gunky down there. And we're going to go ahead and hit the top part of the tray here. And this is kind of odd because it's got this little hook that it wants you to put in like so. So you put the hook in, pull the hook out, right? Alright, so we put our battery back on. Don't forget this 10mm bolt here and obviously your leads. And we lost some out of the tube, some water, always use distilled water. So whatever we lost, we're gonna fill back into the radiator here. And it shouldn't be that much, but we'll just top it off here, like so. Put our radiator cap back on, and we are good to go. Brand new Coolant Overflow Reservoir. That's how you do it. It's just that easy. Thanks for watching.